Alright, welcome back, ThinTanks. What I'm going to do now is give you a quick demonstration on how to attach the poly pipe to the ThinPot connectors on the front of the ThinTank 500 litre tank. I've also got a range of fittings here. We use premium double barb fittings. So this is a double barb T to fit the 13mm poly pipe, a double barb elbow and a double barb stop end. What I've also got is a cup of boiling hot water so that I can soften up the poly pipe to make it very easy to get the double barb fittings in. I've got a poly pipe cutter here. You can use a pair of scissors, something that basically can cut through the poly pipe. Okay, so I've got our ThinPot connectors. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to put our poly pipe in. What I like to do is just line up the end to the end of the poly pipe to the connector like that, pretty much, and do the same at the other end, and we'll cut it to that length. And then put it back in. Then what we do is at this end I'll put a stop end in so we can pull it out, dip the end into the hot water, softens it up, makes it a lot easier to get the double barb fittings in. And the advantage of the double barb fittings is you don't need the crocodile clips to hold it onto the poly pipe. They get brittle over time and break. So once you've done that, as you can see, makes it quite simple and easy to get the double barb stop end into the poly pipe. At this end I'll put a double barb elbow so I can connect it to the next row of poly pipe. You don't have to do this if you don't want to use the poly pipe to irrigate the pots, to water the pots, but it does actually, having even the stop end in the end and sitting in that last hook, really firms up and stiffens the connection into the ThinPot connector. As you'll see there, same at this end. You know, the end of the double barb elbow is sitting in that hook, which really stiffens it up, because once you put pots on the front loaded up with soil and plants, it can get quite heavy. So that's basically it. That's how you put your poly pipe in here. As I said, you can use it to irrigate, or you can use it just to place them and hand water them with a hose or a pot of water, a watering pot. But I always do recommend putting in the fittings into the end.